Please enter the current time. 5, 32. Hang on. Can I just say something? Sure. I give them 7 seconds. Word to 6. One with my favorite. Okay. Oh, yes. Hey, Sigmund, how are you doing? We are on the Stanley Parable. Yeah, the balloons. Forgot.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
How
could
are you
it be?
doing, Sigmund?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I've always been there. Let's move on.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Oh, is that it? Nothing else about bucket? Okay. How come I can't go to the new ending? Because there is an ending where you go to the new ending, new content, sorry, with the
Stanley
bucket.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, I think.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
Hold on, can't
employee
hear
lounge
much.
was simply the place to be.
Can't hear what, me or the game? Did we go to here now? Okay. Maybe I just need to move my mic closer to my mouth.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the
You
meeting
see?
room.
There's
No,
even
Said
a
the bucket.
balloon in here.
don't
I
go to
don't
the
think I've
meeting
ever
room. Go
noticed that.
somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Now, I know, like, you're supposed to do that. However, you can do this in the original game. That the endings don't exist. You can do it like this. Let's. It's our first Stanley figurine.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic
Yeah,
pleasure of a job
sure.
well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful
I love this
figurines.
background, by the way. Okay, there is an ending without the bucket this way. Bucket is better.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness
I
in
wonder
my chest
if they do like
when I set it down,
update the game and release it
it doesn't
again
make
for their third time.
sense. There's
I
no
wonder if they'll run
explanation
with
for
the
it.
buckets again, or
Still,
the
haven't
new
figured
stuff is
out
going to be
why
themed around
I
something else.
see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why
But
everything feels so.
why is the button on reverse?
What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get...
Oh,
What's that? Who's there?
well then, that's not freaky at all. I forgot how freaky that was.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting, figuring finders committee. Meeting today in the meeting.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Now let's go to the meeting then.
Stanley clutched the
So
bucket
I
tightly
can't
to his
remember
chest
where
and
all
entered
of
the door on
them
his left.
are, all of the figurines. I remember where some of them are. Oh my god. I think these guys are going a little bit insane. Okay, so I've got the exhibit and the one in the warehouse. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Helpful. Somewhere both red and blue. The red and blue doors? Nearby a fireplace. Oh, that's the one in the boss's office. A private but smelly place for an important person. The VIP bathroom. Can't remember what the stair is, but I think there will be cleaning of this wall required. Uh, yeah. Oh my god. Oh, these guys have gone insane.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
Not
I can really feel
my
it now.
bucket.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other
No.
cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket.
How
I
dare you?
know how hard it must be.
You
Given
have
the pressure
one
that the broom
broom in
closet
here,
is putting
and
on
you're a
your shoulders
broom
right now,
closet.
but you have to be strong. This is your
You're not a
bucket.
bucket
This is
closet.
your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over.
Life
You know,
closet?
we're getting into name calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has
How
to resort to
rude.
this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your
What?
relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your
How
life is so banal
dare
and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on,
dare.
Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the
You,
wide variety of
you're such a
experiences you and the
tiny
bucket
little
have shared
broom
together.
closet, and
Go
you have
through each of
nothing
them
in
point
here.
by point.
You
Share
haven't
your
even got
journal
any
entries
cleaning
detailing
supplies
the rich
apart from a
emotional
mop
landscape of
bucket
your
and a
feelings for the
broom.
bucket as they
You
have
don't even have a
changed and
mop to
evolved
go
over the
with a
years.
mop bucket.
Let him have it.
Pathetic. Pathetic. You don't even have a mop.
Okay,
Idiot.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's
There you
settled.
go.
No more
Doesn't
debate,
say
no
property
more
of broom
discussion.
closet.
Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering
Screw you.
philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Okay, I think that's
Coming to a staircase,
stairs
Stanley and
one.
the bucket walked
But
upstairs to the
something to do with
boss's
these
office.
stairs. Maybe it's downstairs you have to go. Yeah, there we go.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Oh, then. Oh, it's still. Okay, well, let's just check the bottom of the stairs then. I didn't realize that you can actually still go down. Once you. Aha!
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the
I
corner of
mean,
your screen go up by
sounds
one?
cuter,
Let me sit on it. I'm
but it
sure it
depends
will
if
come
that's
to
what
me.
you want out of it. I really want one of them. Because you can actually get them. They were released with the collector's edition. Oh yeah, I think that is literally just lift music.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once
284.
again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Ah, damn.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for this. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes,
Yeah,
this is certainly the most logical explanation.
isn't it like in this little corner? Yeah.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler Anlarines. Very soon,
Oh,
you'll collect
God.
the last one,
That's a terrible.
and then the first
What was the
number
other
will
one?
equal
Oh,
the
red and
second
blue.
number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler Anlarines. None of us can.
It's a terrible name for them.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be
I
all
wonder why
right.
they chose the
The
bucket.
bucket is here for you, Stanley.
So I think
Everything
even
will
in
be
like
fine.
in the original game, I don't think there was
Stanley
much
and the
talk
bucket
of
walked straight
buckets.
ahead
So I
through the
wonder
large
why.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
I wonder why they chose buckets. this fixation in October.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret! But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below. Thankfully, he fell directly
Yeah,
onto the
I
bucket, which safely
totally
cushioned his fall.
tripped.
Now,
Definitely didn't do it on
what to do
purpose.
next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here.
Yes, but
So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really
wait,
wasn't so bad down here, a bit
how
cold
did you get
perhaps.
this floor on this sofa?
After some time had
Where
gone
did
by,
we get
they
all this?
installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In
Oh,
fact, after some time,
that sink
Stanley
is
realized that it had been ages since he had even
Why is
thought
there
of the
this
mind control facility at all. He'd never gotten to
face
fully
through
explore what was up there,
the
never
chair?
been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to
Well, if
eat
they
at him.
screwed this lamp as
Soon he
well.
was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning.
Well, the bucket was
An
clean.
unsettled
Oh,
bucket.
Jesus Christ.
Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley
Oh,
could think about, all he could talk about, was
everything's
going back, doing it
fucking
over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. I need to do what the narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's
It
where
isn't.
we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become an ending eventually.
It will.
It's what the
Oh,
bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
that's it.
All of his co-workers were
Now we
gone.
gotta go to the
What
red.
could it mean? Stanley decided to
I
go to the
think
meeting
you're
room.
waiting in
Perhaps he had
this
simply
thing.
missed a memo.
I haven't seen it. Oh,
The confusion
oh.
and the chaos all
Yes,
seemed
every
to
time
melt
you boot
away
up the
as
game, it
Stanley
resets
embraced the
it.
bucket.
Unless you've got an order. Right,
Stanley clutched
red
the
and blue.
bucket tightly to his chest.
That's
This
over
was
here.
not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
Got
him
nothing to
that the
do with the fucking
employee
bucket.
lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the
To
bucket
get
turned out
the
to be correct?
Stanley figure
Never mind. The
with
bucket
the
was
red and
wrong.
blue.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nah. You can.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo, good,
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question
Uh,
why or how this bucket was
no.
speaking to him. It
I need
should
to
have
get to red
alarmed
and
him, of
blue.
course, because buckets
Red
can't
and
talk.
blue.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Ninja everywhere. Through here is the red and.
No, stop. Look there on
Oh
the wall.
shit!
You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
I forgot about
Would you
this.
think it was
Okay, we're
to
getting
bring the
descending
bucket here?
first.
Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a
Oh,
bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot
oh
about
well.
your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's
It's an
true,
ending we haven't
my
seen yet,
goodness,
so it's.
I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Second one. Oh. Is this a bucket?
Now then, I'm going to run
It's
you
like
through
a
some
game
test
show.
scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what
It
is
sounds
or
simple,
is not
which
a
means
bucket.
it's not going to
Okay,
be.
let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Now, logic would say yes. That's why I'm thinking no.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
See what I mean?
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Now, is this actually going to be a bucket? Or is this going to be another hologram? I feel like he's trying to trick again.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
If it's a 3D printed recreation, doesn't that's still just a bucket?
Item
Just because it's a
3.
copy.
Is this a bucket?
Okay, now it's been not a bucket twice. So surely this one is actually.
Correct. This is a bucket. Item 4.
That's a trap.
Is this a bucket?
No, it's a trap.
Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for
I
not
got all the
making
rest
me
of
look
them
like an
correct.
idiot. Okay, next one.
Well, why? It's actually kind of creepy with all of the chairs, but no one in them.
Is this a
Oh,
bucket?
come on. Uh, is this a... I mean, logically would say no again. But what if he's messing with my head?
Correct. This is a bucket.
It's not a bucket, it's a tractor.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Ah, no.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? It's both a bucket and not a bucket?
Item.
Like,
Wait, hold on. I can't
Schrodinger's
find the next
bucket?
one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say
Wait.
nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Sure, why not?
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've
So
lost
am I.
all
You
sense of
fucking
perspective.
confuse me
What
with
is
this
a bucket?
game
What
show.
isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Uh,
Stanley, I can't keep doing
yeah?
this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the
Okay, we
bucket
just
is threatening
reset
to
then.
tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to
Wait,
erase all buckets from the game entirely. Okay,
don't you dare.
let's go.
Don't you dare.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything
Everything
a
was a
bucket?
bucket.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my god, I had no
Everything was a
idea.
bucket.
How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you,
I
Stanley,
guess not.
you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news.
Yes.
We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right,
True.
here we go.
Right, okay. Now,
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
let's
simply missed a memo.
go back to the same place without picking up the bucket. There's the other one. Leave the bucket behind. Oh, not. When can you go back to the expo then? Maybe it's after the expo.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? It's great,
Nothing.
but
It's
eager
just
to
on
get
the
back
way
to
here.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this
Whoa!
time.
I didn't notice this before.
There's
There are
someone you've been
balloons up on
neglecting,
the
Stanley.
ceiling.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
For
that
you?
convinced
Yes.
that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really
never
do want
noticed
to
that.
help you, to show you
There's
something
stuff up there,
beautiful.
like,
Look, let me prove it.
balls in
Let
a.
me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Red and blue doors. And then we can actually get the ending of
Now
going
listen
through
carefully,
the red
this is
door.
important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this
Stiggly
moment, Stanley.
Wiggly.
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting
You
them
could
all,
get
but that
so
would be
many
like
of
a
them in one
reward,
attack.
and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done.
You get
We're
the
all done
stairs,
here.
the
And now we
executive
can go to
bathroom,
whatever
the
the hell
boss
you were doing
office.
before you hunted for
All
figurines.
three in one go. And then the other two you can get. So you just need to do 2 runs.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly.
Okay,
Stanley,
fine.
oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these
Nope.
choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think...
You say so.
I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Wait, so is that now then? Oh, that's really weird.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
This is Zen.
Here.
And this one could be
Yes.
a
Oh,
pain in
it's
the ass to get all the
beautiful, isn't
dialogue
it?
for.
If we just stay right here,
Oh,
right in this moment with this
it's a
place,
good ending.
Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually
For you,
feel
I feel
happy.
bored. Like, yeah, this visually looks super nice. I'm bored. Let's see what's down here.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no.
Oh.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
What? Has this happened before? And that's why there's this splatter on the floor?
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley,
Sorry.
think about what you're doing.
I've got to get the ending. How?
Oh, thank God. You late?
Stanley, you've got legs
You
of
have me
steel.
worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Yeah. Oh, I think. Am I walking slower?
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop
Maybe
moving,
you can be
we just
happy.
have to
Wait,
stop
how are the
moving.
stars moving like that? I noticed the stars.
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
We can reset the game and get some more endings, like the Stiggly Wiggly.
No, what are you doing? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
Nothing, I suppose. Gotta do it for the content.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about.
I'm so hot.
I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Maybe you can't be happy, but I can. You know why? Because I can get my bucket.
No, perhaps not.
It is not here. I can't even bring the bucket here. How dare you? Stanley's so slow now. Probably, probably because his legs are broken as
Is this
shit.
really how much you dislike my game? That you'll
No,
throw
I love your
yourself from
game.
this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
No, I want to see more of the game and have the content.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know any. Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
Oh my god. I am breaking this man. Ooh.
I
Oh, this is
wanted
a
us to
pretty
be happy
button.
here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
Well, I gotta reset the game somehow. No, I know I could just do it from the menu, but that wouldn't be good for the content, would it? Wouldn't be good for the stream, Mr. Narrator. Stanley, I don't want to even know what your legs are like, but you are so fucking slow now. Oh my god, he's not even talking to us. See if I can actually reach that. No, we can't.
Is it over?
Oh,
It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
oh my god. He sounded so sad. Yes, and this is the Sticky Wiggly ending. Did you see anything wrong? Anything odd? Yeah, that's not the corridor. That's just a
Stanley,
bit
I'm
dark.
sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're
Yes?
supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Now remember when Stanley found the collector. Wait, what? Why is nothing on this one then? It's the audience will that's the why is this one missing now? Okay. don't know that you can't actually
Here's where it
revisit
all
the
began.
memories. Like,
The
after you've
first
seen both of
collectible.
the
Back
endings, you
then, we had
can't go
no
back
idea of
to
how
it,
many of them we'd find.
which is a
Sure, it
shame.
said 6 right there
I
on
mean,
the
you can
screen, but
restart
how
the
could we
save
know for
data,
certain? We were so
like
innocent.
I did,
We'll never be
before I
like that
started
again,
streaming the
Stanley.
game. But I wish you could just go back and my earphones are dying.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6.
Wow,
But you continue to surprise
that
me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
hey, do you not see
Okay,
the
let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your
the
third
but
mini Stan? Can you remember?
what? You don't get to see the video?
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
I don't think that's true. But okay.
Let's see, what came next? Oh
Uh,
yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
no, it was the stairs, and this is. I mean, to be fair, this is a really nice looking room. Um, I would very happily see this room get an actual ending in the if they release it a third time.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was behind the
Was it?
boss's office. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because
Well,
this one
obviously,
is
it happened like
particularly
10
special to
minutes
me,
ago.
I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Wait, what? Oh, I thought this was just for the warehouse one. The Windows Movie Maker. Wait, I thought because I've gone through this game, I think like twice. I guess I must have just found the warehouse one as the 5th one both times. So I thought the video was only for the warehouse. That's cool.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
8 minutes. I was wondering for like the past 20 minutes why your audio went silent. Turns out I clicked off this tab and didn't even realize. Oh, Stig, no. I mean, you must have missed so much.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most
What
distinct
the
and
fuck
clear
from
in
the
my
blue
mind,
door?
perhaps because it was
It's
the
really,
one that
well, actually,
happened more
both of them
recently than
washed
all the
out.
others. Who can
Maybe it's
truly
the
say how
lighting.
the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all
Well, I've got
collected.
12 now.
It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
In the present.
And then
Oh,
there was no more. Because
that's
we've caught up
that's
to
true.
the present
I
moment.
may be
Nothing left
stupid,
to do but move onward into the future.
possibly Signo,
Goodbye,
but you're
memory
very
zone.
lovable. Oh,
No, I'm not done. I'm not
I
ready to
love,
move on.
I
Stop the
love them
loading
playing with
screen.
the
Isn't there
loading
some way we
screen.
can stay here, keep
I was like, I'm
enjoying
sure
these
that's not it.
figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the
The
opposite direction.
times.
See how that feels.
Sure.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going, I want more.
Okay, jeez.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yes, but
Yes, I love that video.
this pink. Look how pretty this room is, Signa.
Still
Like,
don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no
like,
memory
okay,
of this
yeah,
one.
I'm a
Good
sucker
room,
for
though.
pink
A solid
things,
room.
but like, it's so pretty. We didn't go here, by the way. This wasn't a room we actually found a figurine in.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted
I
the
love that he's
temptation.
just
Next one.
pretending like there's no reward when, in fact, there's a lot. Also, like one little note is that you can't actually revisit this one, like the third one. You can't actually go back into that one, which is a bit of a shame. Not the third one, the
This
fourth.
was our second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going. This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
18.
Oh,
That's it.
I
I
want
think
more
this is.
memories,
I think that's
Stanley.
all
I
of
want to keep
them.
going. What else is
I
there?
can't.
What came before this?
Hold on. They did say how many there were. And they announced the collector's edition, and they were talking about the figurine. You can get 28? What? 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 Where'd you get the other 10? That's going to be something I'm going to have to look up. Yes, there was the expo hall. Oh, is it after this then that you can. Wait, unless. The only thought I can possibly think of as where you get those extra figurines is when he does his little presentation at the end of the expo hall ending. But there are there's like there's a lot of them in the thing
Look,
when
it's
he
the
creates
terrible
it, but
new
you can't
content
reach
that
that.
we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now. Look how much
Yeah,
fun the
nostalgia.
past is. I want more. Oh, yes,
Two
the
doors.
two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Indeed. And Stanley's office.
And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your
Oh,
office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
Oh, there was the there was a cutscene.
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then, somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley?
Where do I get them?
Was I lonely?
Flashback time?
Yes,
Yeah,
perhaps that's it. Perhaps I
100%.
needed to imagine I had companionship.
Where are those
And
other
Stanley
10?
really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Stanley, no. And that's the end of the ending. Where do I get those other 10
Stanley had
collectibles?
never seen the office this brightly
I
lit.
want it
Was it a sign
now.
of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Huh.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his
No,
arms again,
still
he
can't go
stood.
to the new content.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered
Forgotten
the
where I
door
wanted
on
to
his
go
left.
now. Yes. The escape pod ending. Another ending. Neat.
Still no one was
Oh,
here.
and now
Stanley
all of
needed the
them
bucket's
have
warmth
been
and comfort
collected,
now
so
more than ever.
they're not
Perhaps his
obsessed
boss's
with
office
finding.
was where he'd find answers. Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
The escape pod ending is basically
Stepping in.
the same whether you're with the bucket or not. But in the original version, you just get hit with a black screen. So it's really underwhelming and not really worth doing. But the version with the bucket is a lot better. I think I kind of you kind of break the game. Yeah, especially when you're in the original version when you don't have the bucket and you go all this way and then you climb up. I think it's like 5 or 6 flights of stairs. 6. Only to be presented with a black screen is pretty underwhelming. And feels kind of pointless, but the bucket one is better. I know I'm just kind of ranting, but I've got to fill in. Uh, I'll fill it in with something. Uh, considering there's nothing going on besides me going up some stairs. How many freaking floors? Well, I know how many 760, but like, jeez. I think escape pod launch escape, which is really cool because there is the other ending of the other hallway that's got escape written on it. I believe that's right as well, but it's handwritten. Yeah, this is actual escape. So yeah, at this point it would just be flat screen. Here, saying goodbye to the bucket. Farewell, bucket. You must leave. Will be as much as have fun with you. The narrator will notice if Stan is gone. If he notices one of the buckets is gone, Farewell, Bucket.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Now
to
the
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
now the bucket's gone. Oh, yeah, the rope thing isn't normally here. Where's the other awaited input? There it
No
is.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What's an ending we didn't get last time? This is different. This is the double. Oh, I've never seen this one before. Because there are a few versions of the office. There's like one with this blue aesthetic, and there's one that's literally just a single corridor going from Stanley's office to the double doors. I've never seen this. Interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I've done the insanity ending, so let's have a look at that. And then when the bucket comes back, I guess
Yet
we
there
can.
was not a single person here
Well,
either.
let's look at the
Feeling
epilogue.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Or
decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
yeah, like I don't know how to get to the epilogue or
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the
taking the
possibility of
buckets
facing his
like
boss,
returning to the
admitting he
expert
had
room.
left his post during work hours. He might be fired for
So
that.
it's
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken
who
that
left that
risk?
car?
All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would
So
think he
how'd
was
you get the
crazy.
car in here?
And then something occurred
Through
to
there?
Stanley. Maybe,
And
he
even if
thought to
so,
himself,
or is this like
maybe I
this
am
must be the
crazy.
boss's car,
All of my
surely.
co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Oh, who
None of
spilled
it made any
coffee?
logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Literally
And
just
for that
happened
matter,
and then he
these
brings it
rooms
up.
were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No,
Yeah.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the
Well,
words
so
for it.
not to at
I'm
least.
dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a
Ah.
relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I
What did
suppose
you
I'll wake up soon.
Yeah,
If
that
I
was
go back to my boring real-life
the,
job
the
pushing
thing is
buttons,
because
I may
there
as
are
well
so many
enjoy this
endings.
while I'm still lucid.
I don't want to
So,
risk
he
like
imagined
seeing an
himself
ending that I
flying and
already
began
did
to
in the
gently
last
float
stream.
above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield.
What is that
And
thing
it
be
too
instead of
appeared.
3?
It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why
Oh,
is
the
there a
stars
voice
again.
in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Oh,
Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact
I
a
don't know why
dream.
he moved
Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I will say
Let me
this
go back to my
does
job.
work,
Let me
or at
continue
least this
pushing
has
the
worked for
buttons.
me. Like when
Please,
I've had a
it's
nightmare
all I want.
and I'm just
I want my apartment, and
close
my
my
wife,
eyes and I'm like, no,
and my
this is
job.
a real
All I
nightmare.
want is
And I
my
like
life
just tell myself
exactly
to
the
wake
way
up.
it's always been.
It's work.
My life is
It doesn't work
normal.
when you're not in a dream.
I am normal. Everything will be fine.
You are not normal,
I
Stan.
am okay.
You are not normal.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
Oh
tell me
my
I am
god.
real. I must be
He's
real.
going
I must be. Can
insane.
anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that
See,
moment,
Stanley,
she
you're
thought
not
to herself
normal.
how
You
lucky
look
she was
crazy.
to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
You
It was
don't.
comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect
Is
her
she gonna
career,
work
and by
in the
extension, the
building
rest
where
of her
Stanley
life.
was working?
She had no time for this, so it was only a
Is she
moment
gonna
that she
be
stood
the next
there,
employee
staring
for
down at the
Stanley?
body. And then she turned and ran. Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They
think
never
so.
stopped. Surely I was
Replace
mistaken.
them.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
Now, this is an ending
No,
that is
no,
extremely
the orders were still missing. For now.
because like putting in all the inputs takes you to the heaven ending, but it is possible to go to the heaven ending with the bucket, even though like as soon as you step out, the door closes. But if you get that dialogue or one of, I think, one of the variations of the office, you're able to do it as well, where you go to the bucket heaven ending, which is way different. I think it's a lot more interesting. Um, it's far superior to the other uh, heaven ending. I think this is literally just it. Still, like, yeah, this is a
All of
variation
his
of it.
co-workers were gone.
I
What
think
could it
it's
mean?
the other
Stanley
one that's
decided to go to the
not.
meeting room.
So,
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
welcome to the whiteboard ending. Oh, and every time I play,
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door
I
on his
can't
left.
turn it off now. Yes. But maybe get to the epilogue slash
Still
the
no one was here.
Turn to Expo
Stanley
Hall.
needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than
Go
ever.
to
Perhaps
dinner.
his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley
Yeah.
and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
Oh,
office.
no, I think I know what you have to do instead. So you have to get
Stepping
the
into his
thing where you
manager's
get
office, Stanley
through
was once again
the
stunned
so-called
to
true
discover
ending.
not an indication of any human life. Crushed, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket
Then
knew all along? Was
when
the
you
bucket
unplug the
guiding him?
phone, but that's
Yes,
in a
this is
completely
certainly the
different
most logical
area.
explanation.
So I guess my earphones are on. I think if we do this one, let's see.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight
Hopefully
ahead
we can
through the
enter
large
the
door that
epilogue.
read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, yes, yes.
The lights
Oh, it's going to get
rose
really
on an
annoying, but I can't
enormous
turn it
room
off now
packed with television
unless
screens.
I
What
to
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Oh, fuck it. Oh,
Was the
Stanley.
bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of
Oh,
things does a
the
bucket want to
employees
do
with the
or
red
not want to do
carpet,
in the
aren't they
first
the
place?
ones from
These
the
questions
sequel
raised fury in
demonstration?
Stanley's
They
feeble
were the ones who
mind.
came up with, like, the PowerPoint slide.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
Get
His
into the.
own life in someone else's
No.
control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Well, fuck you. Can't trust
But
you,
here was the proof.
apparently.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert.
Freedom with a bucket.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed
You,
themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine.
oh,
Freedom was now mere
machine.
moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to
Um,
sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one
this
they'd
is
lived
really trippy.
together, with one another to
Yes.
lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket
This
not
whole
about to be
game is
freed?
trippy. This is a
An
bucket.
unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
God,
Until
Signo, you
finally the
must have
truth hit
missed
Stanley square in
everything
the
with the
face.
bucket.
This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even
When
the
you
facility itself
went for the
recognized the
past
incredible
20
calming
minutes,
presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the
you
bucket,
must have
would
missed
go to any lengths
all
to
of it with.
part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it.
No.
Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As
Oh
long
no,
as I
I
have
hate
my bucket
I
with me,
hate
right?
it.
I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very
Who
soon now,
knows?
he was about to find out.
Right, please. Can we now get to the apple? Oh, there's the door's not closed. Again. Oh no, the dog sounds have gone now. It's fine, stick there. I'm just saying, the stuff with the bucket would be more understandable. Well, I don't know if it would be. I'll go. Oh, okay. Actually, let's quickly just go to the regular heaven ending, given that for some reason I go back in here. So this instead of them going, fucking. Because you know Stanley fucking loves buttons. There you go. That's the regular heaven ending.
Just a step through this door,
Yeah.
Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through the good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket, off on
Right,
another
let's
thrilling adventure
get
together.
the
Stanley
true
clutched
bucket
the bucket
ending.
tightly to his chin. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the
I don't
bucket
think we
turned out to be correct?
do the
Well,
confusion
never
ending
mind.
last time,
The
did I?
bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on
Could
his
do
left
that
to
if
go back to the meeting room.
I end up.
No,
Said the bucket.
Turns out.
don't go to the meeting
Go
room.
there.
Go somewhere else. The cargo lift. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Oh,
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
this isn't as good as the original.
Now pick
True
up the
ending.
phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke.
Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it, but there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a
Oh
look.
god. So instead of the choice
What
video, it's a
is comedic
comedic
timing?
time.
What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive
Wait.
deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while
Oh, that's
standing 50 to
Simpson?
80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your
We're
arms
not in
raised straight upward
freedom
at a
units.
15-degree angle from your body. These
It's
are the optimal conditions for good
76
comedic
degrees
timing.
Fahrenheit.
To begin the joke, start by
We,
stating
we
and
work
spelling
in
your name.
proper units.
Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now. Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and to very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Whoa, hold on. I just realised this bucket's missing a sticker. It's missing the bucket sticker.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we have the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
No, they entered.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There were supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself.
Well,
I don't deserve the
not
title of King of
supposed to
Comedy.
be.
I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back
Oh God,
and
no.
rewatch that instructional video again.
No.
Surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Am I supposed to go through the left?
No. You were supposed to go through the door on
Oh,
the
yeah.
right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Yeah.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so mental, I think I saw it playing guitar. No, no. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see. Let's see.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
There's still a lot of things.
Where are we going today? The bucket
The
asked.
stick is back.
Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together
Oh.
would be perfectly fine with him.
I can't go to the fusion ending now because I got the bucket. There's not really a box there that lets you get. Oh, okay. No, I guess there's not.
Yes, whispered the bucket into Stanley's ear. We've done it. We've escaped from that dull office and that pesky narrator. At last, out here in the white void, we are alone. Now, and for the first time, I can reveal to you my true self. The bucket began to tell Stanley of its life and its history, of the countless wars it witnessed, desecrating the land and lives of untold numbers of innocent humans, and the bucket's own complicity therein, of sadness and regret,
The
and the
hell?
many years it spent dwelling on the actions it might have taken to curb the madness and the decay, if only it had been stronger. Of hope and redemption, and its crusade to uplift the stock of life for the common man, to manifest justice where none existed, and the bittersweet reality of time, to see one's dreams and wishes met halfway, meted out in parcels like charity, and abandoned as soon as the warm glow of inspiration begins to dim. The opportunities to do so much more. There was so much it could have done, perhaps, the bucket wondered to itself. Perhaps if it had seen its own darkness with a clearer perception. This was way too much for Stanley.
What are you talking about?
He screamed.
You're a bucket!
To this, the bucket furrowed its brow.
No,
Said the bucket.
not since the evil wizard Gambhorata first ensnared me in his machinations as payback for the sacred amulet I stole from his treasured vaults. I was
wizard
young back
that
then
killed
and could not
the,
conceive the ramifications of
guy in the tank.
Wow!
Stanley screamed even louder this time.
This is stupid! You are a bucket! This is so stupid! Why are we even doing this?
As Stanley screamed and screamed and screamed, the bucket revealed its true form, transforming into a mighty beast of untold power, its fangs glistening like... My God, Stanley, you did it. You saved us from the bucket. Thank God you already had all 12 emblems of sages and knew the incantations to summon their true power. Otherwise, we would have easily been overwhelmed by the bucket's power. I'm speechless. You've demonstrated such bravery here today. Come, let's restart the game, and we'll agree to never again go trifling with this bucket, nor the dark magic cast away inside of it. Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is
Yes,
that
we have
possible?
that.
They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
I wonder if I click to menu, does the epilogue show up? No. Hmm.
All of his co-workers were
That's
gone. What could it mean?
really weird.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know what. I don't know if there's a particular ending I need to get
When
before this
Stanley
one.
came
Or
to a set
not.
of 2 open doors, he entered the
This.
door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just
I
to
don't think I
admire
did
it.
the confusion ending last time.
Stanley felt
Do
lightheaded,
it now.
butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was
Wow.
it this room? A connection between the two? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And we are doing that, but we're
And so
not.
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight
Yeah.
ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
This already.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This
Oh,
story is absolutely, definitely...
okay. My earphones have just died. So I think I'll just end it here because I'm not even sure if I think I might have done the confusion ending before. If not, I'm gonna do a third stream, then I can do it then. But I mainly just wanted to try and get the epilogue, but guess it's not allowed. So yeah, thank you for joining us, Signo, and I'll see you later.